All right, so now that we've drawn our two long sides, we've mirrored them, we know the distances, we want to create the ends of our box. So if we go down, we're looking at this section here, that short end. We go through our drawings and we know that we need it to be 100 by 80 and 10 millimeters thick. So we're into Fusion. Every time we go to draw, we need to make sure at the very top and we say create a new component. And we're going to name this component end, say OK, and we want to create a sketch. So go to the wireframe. Don't be too upset by that, because we've opened up in this component. It's just showing that there are other ones around, but you're not drawing inside that. So we're going to go to here, two-piece rectangle. I do always like to draw from the center because we have something there that is going to cause you some issues. Ignore that, and you can pick a different point. So we're going to move this drawing so that's okay. I've clicked on the 2-point rectangle, clicked in a corner and dragged. Don't worry about trying to draw it correctly to measurements just then. Just draw that, press the letter D, and remembering that we want to be 80 millimeters high. Now I got that number from my drawing. That's 80 millimeters high, and the length is going to be 100. So with the letter D selected still, go on to the bottom of that, not 145, we want to be 100, and we can say finish sketch. So remembering now to try and see the whole isometric view, press that picture of a house. Now the thickness of this is currently 0 millimeters thick. We're going to go back into Fusion, select the extrude tool and say 10 millimeters. So we've now created our 80 millimeters high, 100 millimeters long, 10 millimeter thick end piece. And we want to use this tool here. So go to assemble and we're looking at the joint tool. So that is the logo there, the icon, or you can simply press the letter J. Now for this, again, the mouse is very important for this because on the trackpad this can be quite difficult, but we're selecting at what point we want to use. So we want to zoom into this, and I want to be on that very corner, but on that face of it. I want that to live on that corner there. So we can't quite see it. Let's actually flip it around. This is where knowing the dimensions of our project are important. So we actually want to click on that arrow and we can say minus. If we go 100, we'll see that it goes right to the edge, but it still has 10 millimeters. We actually want to be minus 105. And then when it comes to this box, we want this piece of timber to go all the way inside. So we're now selecting this arrow and we're going to go minus 10. So you can do this by trying to move it around. This is where the numbers and knowing the measurement of your box are quite important. So if I was to do that again, I'm going to zoom out, or I could have pressed the picture of the isometric house in the corner. I'm going to press the letter J. I'm going to select the face, and then I'm going to select, if I zoom in, it'll be a bit easier, that face there, and my piece is swung all the way across. So I can grab it and try and slide it to where it looks good, 105. And then so the further out I am, it's moving by tens. When I move in a bit closer, it's moving in by ones. 105, select, click, and then I want to move back 10 mil. At the moment you can see I'm stuck on 7 mil, then to 10 mil, enter. And if I press enter on the keyboard, it finishes that whole drawing. This is where I want to select that top circle so I can see all three things that I've drawn. And you can see this is two bits of timber on top of each other. That's not going to work. If we go to our drawing, we know that we want to have the long side cut out and the short side is going to stay whole. So if we click onto under modify, we have the combine, which again is this picture here. So this is asking us a couple of questions. Which is the target body? What is the piece we want to cut? So I make sure I have that selected and I'm selecting that long side. Then it's saying which part of the timber or which part of the box is going to be the tool, and the tool is going to be the end. So the end will look like it. As you can see there, it's going to cut away at it. And so you might have join selected. We want to make sure it's cut. So when it's cut, you'll see pink. By default, it's at join, like we're going to fuse this together. We don't want to do that. We want to cut. And you want to make sure we have keep tool selected. Then when we press OK, if I was to turn that end off with that eyesight, you can see that it's cut away, but it still exists on the other side. So we're going to put it back. We can press that picture of the house again. We're going to go combine. The target body will be the end. The tool body, the target body will be the long side. The tool body will be the end. It'll remember what you just did. So we're going to cut and we're going to keep tool. Then we're at OK. If we have a look and I turn that end off, you can now see we've got 2 rebates cut into that. Now looking at our measurements again, if we go to our box, we know that our whole long side is 130 millimeters from edge of that rebate to the edge of that rebate. So the whole length is 150. We're coming in 10. We're coming in 10. So now we've got to find the middle of 130 to create our offset plane. So the middle of 130 divided by 2 is going to be 65. So back to Fusion. Now it's hard to select the other side of that face. So we actually can click on the corners, rotate it around so we can see that. So I'm going to construct that offset plane at 65 mil. Then I'm coming across here to create. Now my icon is up there, mirror, but we are going into create and then the word mirror. Make sure components is there, and I want to mirror this component off that mirrored plane. Enter. Might take a moment to think, and we have to do that cut function again. So combining this piece with that tool body, enter. Combining my long side to my end piece, enter. And if we take off this mirror, take off that end, you'll see we've made our 4 parts to our trinket box.